Welcome back, everybody. Episode 196. Today, we're going to unlock some childhood memories. And Zach's already been warned. If he hogs the mic, he's just going backstage and I'm disconnecting shit. We've already talked about potentially just throwing him backstage like the old days, but I didn't have the heart to do it. So, what's up, everybody? It's going to be a good little fun show. Hopefully, Toby is here. So until we don't need the 8,000 comments, where's Toby? He's here. He's looking good, but it wouldn't be a production, Beard Loss production, without some technical difficulties. He got in studio. Everything was somewhat okay, and we're going to reboot. So that's what we're going to do. Richie is looking and sounding good. Brandon, looking good. And I know it's sometimes awkward because allegedly there's two people named Brandon, but only one of them goes by Brandon. Special guest on Thursday because apparently where he is, there's no power in his bar, so he gets to hang out with us instead of play darts.
Small town living.
Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. Yeah, pretty nasty storm. Was it another one, or was it the one from the 4th that you were telling me about?
The one from the 4th. So it was pretty nasty. It was polite though. It waited until like 11 o'clock before it got too nasty, so everyone got to enjoy their shows, and then it just wreaked havoc. And if you left any of your fireworks in your yard, pick them up and throw them about 100 feet. So don't even have to pick up your yard.
And rain and shit too.
Or tons of rain.
Yeah, so they're ruined at this point. Apparently, water and fireworks don't go together very well.
Right. Well, luckily these ones were already shot. I was just too lazy to pick them up because it was so fucking muggy. And then the wind was like, "I got you, bro," and I was like, "Thank you, Mother Nature. I love you too."
Yep. You can, throw that over the neighbors. They can throw it in there.
Oh fuck, we got one.
That's okay. We're just having a conversation. We don't need to read the whole entire chat the whole entire night. So, yeah, fellas, Thursday. Quick little shout out to a couple of sponsors of the show because we're very thankful for them. First one is going to obviously be Cult Coffee. You can see it in the ticker below. Check them out at cult.coffee. And pretty cool thing. Their whole slogan, which I think is very relatable to any coffee drinkers in here. I know Zach, coffee drinker. And mornings are hard. So let us be a part of your great awakening, your daily pick-me-up delivered straight to your door, freshly roasted every time. What I personally really love about the coffee is good. But it's a cool thing being a father that has daughters. This is a father-daughter business, which is a pretty cool thing. But even more cool is they do a true crime book/coffee thing. I've never personally seen. I've seen a lot of coffee companies. I don't know if you guys have, or an actual company that sends you a book and some coffee every single month for only $18.99 if you do the subscription, $19.99. This month is this one here, When a Killer Calls. It's got John Douglas, and I always say Mark Oil Shaker, but it's the Oil Shaker. Seems like a pretty cool book. Not going to read it. Not a big book guy, but I collect books. So it's going to go back there, and I can't wait to have one every single month. I know you're not touching that. I don't want your dirty hands over this book.
I can't look at it.
No, Google it. Buy yourself one.
Cult.coffee. Books right now.
Okay. All right, so we're trying to support a sponsor, and he's just throwing out other names. That's great. So cult.coffee, you can go and get the book and the coffee. Use code BEARDLOSS. Toby, it's been 3 minutes, and I already throw Zach out. 3 minutes. I think it's because it's childhood memories, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to act like a fucking child. What's up, man?
What did he say?
Oh, we were doing the sponsorship thing, and then we were telling him how you get the book and the coffee, and he's like, cool, I'm going to go check this book out on another website. And we're just trying to get people to do that and use code BEARDLAWS. Jeez. Get these people. You don't even have to use the code BEARDLAWS. More money for them.
Am I still desynced?
It looks a lot better.
Yeah.
All right, you good?
So apparently my computer won't run well if everything's plugged into it and it's not plugged into the actual charger.
Oh, yeah.
Like if it's just running off of its battery power, it's like, shut this shit down. I'm like, God damn.
When I did that, when I tried to do the one show in Florida, that was the same thing with me. I had the laptop, didn't have it plugged in. Fucking thing wouldn't work. It just went haywire. Brandon, go ahead. What are you giggling about? Tell us.
Zach looks like the teacher just came across his desk, picked up the note that was being passed around, and read it in front of everybody. Love you, buddy.
What did the note say?
Too, buddy.
Now tell the class.
It matter.
It didn't say anything. The note was going to be the back of the book, but
what?
Nothing.
Okay.
I got nothing else to add because I didn't see it. I didn't look it up either.
Oh my God. And he wonders why we fuck with him. Anyways, back to what we were saying. Now go check out Cult Coffee. Don't do it for me. Do it for them because we just had to go through that whole thing. And when we introduced Tuesday, you know what I mean? He is a pretty cool one. I thought. Toby, you thought it was pretty cool. Richie, I think you thought it was cool. The Stall Smart Safety.
The what?
Stall Smart Safety.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, I've
6-in-1.
seen that stuff. I keep going, man, I need to get one of those just so anytime I go to a public bathroom, I can feel better about it.
Euban's going, what the fuck is this? So
I'm so fucking lost.
It's unfortunately, okay, well, fortunately or whatever. We went over it Tuesday. You were setting off fireworks and apparently have some footage that you were going to send me and never did that we were going to show. But other than that, we introduced this. It's Stall Smart Safety Tool. It's a 6-in-1 tool, so it's a portable stall lock. It can be used as a coat hanger. It can be used as a purse hanger. It can be used as a glass breaker. It can be used as a bottle opener. And it can be used, they market this, not us on the show, a self-defense tool. I'm going to show you guys this because the self-defense tool looks pretty wild. I mean, if right here.
I mean, that would do some damage.
It would do some damage.
I mean, it looks like you could use that as a glass break. That's your standard glass break type of tip.
Yep. So it's got the glass breaker, the bottle opener, self-defense tool, purse hanger, coat hanger, and then it'll say in use while you're taking a dump. Never get caught with your pants down again. 6 uses in one. I feel like that's a good one for the brand as well, and it kind of goes good because coffee and I don't know which one I like. Coffee and dumping, they go together pretty good. But that's what we got. So check them out. Links are in the description and all that good stuff. Check it out. All right. Now that we're all here, I'm thankful for you guys, and it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. We're gonna have another free flowing conversation. I don't know where it's gonna go, and I feel like Toby had some great advice for me a couple of weeks ago. When shit goes off the rail, just let it. And I've really been, I think, doing a good job. And I think it's there's a fly. I saw it. We're starting fucking already. 9:07.
Did you see me? Fuck. Anybody that hasn't seen the Tuesday show doesn't know the fucking struggle.
They don't. Well, I mean, I feel like just the struggle with the flies in general. But
I got a heavier duty fly swatter for this one.
I feel like that's probably made an appearance allegedly on some other websites.
Or other videos online.
Oh, it's actually a fly swatter. It's just a much heavier rubber.
Speaking of other social medias, I'm going to do it. I didn't want Threads. Threads came out, and I know this is going to trigger probably somebody, or maybe it's not going to. I jumped on it, and I know Brandon's on it. I've seen a lot of stuff. What's your impression? Because to me, it is pure fucking chaos. Like, I could not stand being on it for too long.
Here's my thought.
Yep.
It's very broken down. Like, it's very elementary, rudimentary. They're going to add a bunch of shit to it. Fine,
Yep.
Whatever. Okay, first of all, don't give a shit about the Elon thing or none of that stuff. I'm a creator, so I'm going to go where I'm welcomed and where my time is worth money. That's obviously not the case yet, but we'll see what happens and where it goes. It is very, like, I don't know how to feel. It's got that new car smell. It's fresh off the factory line. You know that's going to go away at some point. It has been, for the most part, political free, which is great.
Yep.
But that's going to change too. You know how that goes. And then we haven't seen any ads, and of course that's going to change. Who knows? Too early to tell. But
how many comments did you see of people saying, "Hey, how much nudity can I show on this app?" Because I saw at least 20 comments of people asking how much they could really get away with posting on there.
Yeah, and you're going to see it. It's an Instagram app, and Instagram and Facebook it cuts down on that. Anybody in this chat can say more than I can, but cuts down on it pretty well. Not well across the board, but when they do it, they'll do it. Kind of like.
Yep. And I don't know if you guys have all jumped on it or whatever yet. It popped up on something for me on Instagram. I clicked it, and then what I didn't overly love is, and it was my own mistake, I pressed the button at some point, and it just followed every single person that I already followed on Instagram, I guess.
I luckily pushed no on that, and I would suggest doing the same. But I do notice that a lot of people, if you have like a lot of followers on Instagram, you'll get a lot of those same people following you.
Yep.
And so that's kind of cool. But
fuck. Yeah.
You also saw on the app, like, it opened to the public last night at like 6 p.m. But then you would come in and you would notice does Gordon Ramsay have 2 million followers already? You know, like,
Yeah.
how does such and such have 50,000 followers? I'm at 50.
Yep.
Like, so
Yeah, it's I don't know. Hopefully, I guess it's a thing. The other thing that I just kept seeing comments is there's already a lawsuit, and I don't give a shit about all that. But hey, I don't know. I think it has potential. Could be fun. Could be a great thing for the Jet Entertainment television.
Yep.
Jet Entertainment Tonight. Jet. What is it again? I know it's Jet Enterprise. Jet Enterprise.
No.
Fuck, I'm butchering it.
You hit it right the first time. Jet Entertainment.
Yeah. See?
Jet Entertainment Tonight.
Should have stopped
He named
quick
it.
while I was ahead. But could be a good thing, like I said, for a lot of things. And I don't know. Me personally, I'm not a huge Twitter guy, so we'll have to, I guess.
We, my brother and I, we use Twitter a lot.
Do you?
That's where he shares a lot of stuff with me on Twitter because it's going to show you things that Instagram and other places won't.
True.
I mean, I've seen people murdered
yeah.
on Twitter.
I'll say this. I've been on Twitter for about 13 years, and I spent most of that time as a journalist, and trying to make the change with that profile from, hey, I'm a journalist, to, hey, all of a sudden I talk about shit videos and videos with food. You want to see this? People don't like it. So what this Threads thing has done, goodness knows how long it's going to last, or if it's going to actually be something that's popular for a long term, has created a place for me to not be a place where I share my videos, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, etc., but be a place where I can type shit and say, hey, you guys putting ketchup on your hot dogs? Your daddy left for the right reasons.
Yeah. No, I think,
But
like I
isn't
said,
that what Twitter already is?
Yes, but again, the reason why I'm not on it, it's not going to be the same for everybody. But yes.
and, being a guy like you said that's on multiple different platforms with Instagram, with Threads, with Facebook and YouTube, they all kind of work with each other, but separately, you know what I mean? There's still a lot of ties to it. I think, the people, like, for instance, the check mark, you know what I mean? Yeah. If you have one, you're going to get the one on the Threads. There's going to be a lot of carryover, so I'm interested to see how that goes, because like you mentioned, my biggest thing was going to be the ads.
I don't even know where you guys are seeing this.
Matter?
Threads by Instagram. It's a new app.
Don't mistakenly download the wrong Threads, because I downloaded an app that wasn't the Threads by Instagram, and I kept trying to sign in, and it kept saying unknown error. And I go, this is the worst fucking app in the world. I can't even sign in. And then I realized I was on the wrong one.
If you go to Beard
like you
Laws,
found high notes.
If you go to the Beard Laws Instagram page, right under where it says Matt's name, there's a little number and a little thing. If you click on that, that'll take you right to his profile, but it should also take you to the app, to where open app, download app, whatever.
Well done. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
couldn't do that back in the day.
Talking about Euban, is this the one that you were talking about?
Is it purple?
Like
yeah. That's not the one.
The one that says Threads? You mean the one that specifically says Threads, not affiliated with Instagram, right underneath it?
It didn't 2 days ago. It didn't, or whenever it launched yesterday. I downloaded it yesterday, and then I went to its website, and now in bold letters on its website, it says, not the Instagram app. And I go, oh. Because I went to its website saying, why can't I fucking sync my Google? And everyone's like, sign in with Instagram. There was never an Instagram.
If I was this app, if I was this Threads app, if they existed before Instagram Threads, I'd be like, oh, well, guess who's going to be millionaires now?
Yep.
Even whenever I typed in Threads, that was the number one option each time. I'm like, this is.
Does anybody know why? Maybe this is a dumb question. That's okay. Feel free to roast me. Why is it called Threads? Because isn't Threads typically clothing? Like when I think Threads, like Zach or any of you guys, do you guys think clothing?
No, I'm assuming it's to try to rip off of like Reddit threads of discussion, threads of topics, pinned threads.
Well, Threads are also a thing on Twitter.
Threads and
oh yeah, I guess they are too. Yeah, I'm not a Twitter guy. I tweet mostly from Walmart parking lots.
It's the same thing Facebook does. They take somebody's idea, make their own, and name it something similar.
Yep.
Or just
then there'll be some settlement and that makes more sense. At least some of us, I guess, think clothing, and I'm not 100% the weird one, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. Well, fuck. That was fun. That was Toby's going to be on there soon, and he's going to experience the interesting. I don't know. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I'm not exactly sure what to do with it, but we'll do the thing. We'll do a thing. Just another app. There's only so many apps I can use while I take a shit. I only take so many shits in one day, and
you should build an app that you can use effectively and satisfyingly while taking a piss.
Oh, or one that's
What?
just you talk to each other while you poop, and we can call it talking shit. Oh,
That's
brilliant.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. I got added to it for my little brother. It's like a social play. You join a group and you plot all the places in the world where you take a shit, and you can rate your shits and comment on your shits. You can post a picture of your shit if you want. You can post what you ate before the shit.
I don't want that.
Well, how very scatological of you, Zach.
Ooh, I
Yep.
like that.
It wasn't that fun though, because it was just they're all in high school, and so
That's weird.
it's just everybody shitting in the one bathroom on their hallway where all their lockers are. It's like there's me all over the place because I traveled for work at the time, and then it's just the rest of the 6 people are like, I shit on the first floor bathroom.
I shit in the coach's bathroom
Oh,
today.
shit by the art room today.
Shit in the art room today and made it a mold.
Yep.
Could you like tag a random location and be like, oh, I shit this guy's bush, 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like if you were there, you could drop a pin.
Like a geocache, you got to go find it.
Yeah. Or no, you could leave messages for people. Like if you were like truck stops, like I clocked one at a random like gas station between on like a 2-hour drive.
Mhm.
And there was just some random dude that just he left his Pokemon friend code on his turd tag. And we're friends on Pokemon now.
This is looking an awful and sounding awful like Craigslist meetups, bro. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I guess
Casual encounters.
Why is there 30 poops populating in this bathroom with me? I'm the only one in here.
You're gonna be pooping 30 times after we're done with you.
Ooh.
Fall out.
Sea bass. All right, quick shout out. Forgot to do it. Shout out. There's no better time to say it. Shout out to the Deluxe Edition Network. We're the shit. They're the shit. And check out the podcast of the month. You guys can see it scrolling if you're watching. If you're only listening, it is Growing Up Bananas and IAP Radio in a Pickle. It's a sports podcast. Good stuff. Today they were doing all the coverage with whatever Britney Spears had going on with somebody's security. I didn't read the story, but anytime Britney Spears is in the news, it's got to be interesting. Heard she got smacked up by the newly drafted Spurs player from France's security team. Is that right?
See, I don't care about Britney Spears so much that I have no idea. Like I haven't known anything about Britney Spears except for recent. This is the most recent is shaving her head and fucking snapped like a crazy woman. And when everybody on TikTok supposedly felt that she was being held against her will.
I did see this.
Isn't she still dating Justin Timberlake?
I thought that was Jessica. Isn't that Jessica Biel?
It was a joke, Toby. Look above your head. You'll see the damn joke, brother.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought jokes were supposed to be funny.
Ooh.
You know what's crazy, Toby?
You would have got the
Richie, I
punchline if
thought it
you
was
weren't
good.
talking. I was going off of what you said, but
That Britney Spears meltdown was like 06, 07. That's like 15, 16 years ago, man. That's crazy.
Was it that recent? I would have thought it was even earlier than that.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think after the security team hit her, she said, "Hit me, baby, one more time"? No.
I would still smash bald. Kind of looks a lot like Matt.
Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah. Britney Spears has more facial hair.
All
I've
right.
been doing some of those. I've been doing some of that AI artwork stuff, but I do it with some of the wife's pictures, and they love to make her bald. And not gonna lie to you,
she's 2/3
wife
bald,
better be
so.
careful while she's sleeping. 'Cause, tell you what,
Some of those apps, I did a Viking one, and it put hair with pigtails on me, so I don't know. It wasn't a
also
great
didn't.
look.
Oh no, I gave Grimwolf a scarf because of his beard. Like it doesn't like people with like long beards. Like it's okay with something like the length of mine, but like yours and Richie's, and I mean even Brandon's, and will be just long enough for it to like turn it into like a weird like scarf or something like that on those.
My name is Zach. You looked down and you pointed at me.
I looked down and I was
My
like,
name is
do I
Zach.
want to say his
Been on the
name?
show with you for 2
Probably
years.
not.
I mean, he looks down on you. That's okay.
I didn't want to give you another reason to have to talk.
The one I use doesn't mess with my beard too much, but it makes my fingers do weird things.
Oh yeah, all
my
the fingers
will
will
just
do
be like
this
all
like-
over. They're like,
Yep.
weird.
The
Or you'll
female
have,
chat
like-
just got
or-
really live.
Yeah, or you'll have like 9 on this hand and like 3 on this one.
All right, Tuesday. Toby, maybe you don't want to get into this, but we were ready for a pretty cool discussion on Tuesday. And I know this is childhood memories and whatever, it doesn't matter, but this is gonna be fun.
Childhood memories at any time.
Exactly. But we wanted to have Brandon J McDermott in the house for this conversation. It was Toby, Richie, and myself, and I had the cult coffee ticker in the middle. And Toby's like, "What the fuck, Matt? Do you really not care about your co-host? You're just covering up half of Richie's face and this and that." And Richie said, "Yeah, I was just kind of pretending like I was Wilson from Home Improvement, kind of hanging out behind the fence." And then I threw out the comment, "Wilson, pretty cool. Wasn't even a top 3 kind of actor in the thing." And we
Didn't
were
think
like,
that
"Oh,
Wilson was in a top 3 importance on Home Improvement.
See, that is I was trying to
Character-wise.
trigger. So now we were on the cusp of having it, and Toby was like, "Nope, we're going to have this on another time because Brandon needs to be here." Brandon, I think, is a Home Improvement guy. So we had this whole thing. So now we're out there, Home
Grew up with
Improvement.
Grew up with him.
And I think this could be something fun. Obviously, if you have not seen Home Improvement, maybe Nita hasn't in the UK, but I feel like everybody else in this chat has seen Home Improvement.
Yeah, definitely have seen Home Improvement. Great show. Or is the question before us, is Wilson a top 3 character in the show?
Yeah.
Wilson at top.
I would say it's debatable. I would say if you put him in the top 3, I would say I wouldn't argue with you. Tim Allen definitely has to be top 3. Al Borland definitely has to be top 3. And then
Agreed.
the mom, can't remember her name, Jill, has to be top 3.
Jill.
Off the top
See,
of my head.
And that's the
about
thing.
Jonathan
Those
Taylor
barely even
Thomas?
remember the mom though.
I said Jill. Give me a second. But if you, I don't remember her name in real life though. I'm sorry. But you put those 3 in the top 3, and I would say that's a fine list. I think the mother was the backbone of the family. That Wilson was obviously the you're a dipshit. Go next door and find your moral compass kind of a thing. And it was kind of a cute way they did it.
He was the guru.
Yeah. And again, you put him in top 3, I wouldn't say was a bad choice. I would say within the 3 to 5 range would be respectable too.
Yep. And then you obviously have the kids with Randy, right? I mean, everybody remembers him.
And the other
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
One of them passed away, right? Like real life.
did they?
The
not gonna-
blonde haired one. I thought.
I don't think Zach.
His name is Zach, right?
No,
Or maybe
he's
it
still
was
alive.
It was Brad.
No,
Yeah, it was 'cause you had Brad. And,
Oh, in the show, yeah.
well, for one, the
who was the
mom
better
is
school
Patricia
girl, Heidi
Richardson.
or the original? Let's show some fucking
Pamela
respect,
Anderson.
Grim. Pamela Anderson was the original. So yeah, I'm going with her.
How was it?
No, I don't know.
I'd take Heidi, fam. I'd take Heidi.
Yeah.
I mean, Heidi was there longer, so you're gonna have a better impression of her. Because Pamela Anderson, I believe, was only there for like the first.
Yeah,
I
Heidi
just
was,
23 episodes.
Heidi was there longer, but I definitely seen Pam take longer, if you know what I mean. And I don't know how I would feel about that going into it.
Well, they had Pamela Anderson on there just to be somebody that looked pretty. What was nice about Heidi is she also knew shit. Like her and Al could have probably ran that show without Tim and been just fine.
That was the joke, right? That was kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah, that was the joke. Is everybody that surrounds Tim is competent, but Tim.
And there was talks of rebooting the series, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Is that still a thing, or
I
is
think they
Jonathan
parlayed
Taylor
that and
Thomas
gave him.
said no.
I think they just gave him that what show, the kind of cringy.
I don't remember the name of it, but they did a crossover with
Last Man Standing.
Home Improvement.
Is that what it is? They try
Yeah,
to
Last Man-
put like
Last
really,
Man Standing, right?
Yeah, Last Man Standing is the one.
yeah.
But Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the guy that plays Randy, does show up on that show. He plays like a waiter or love interest of his daughter or something.
Last
They
Man
had one-
Standing ran for 10 years.
They had one episode that Tim showed up to his old house set on Last Man Standing, and Jill was there because I guess she's supposed to be like one of the neighbors, and she was being really loud in the morning, like cutting boards and stuff like that. And she was like, "Well, my husband's kind of an idiot," and blah 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 blah. And then they went inside, and like, it looks like there was this giant house fire on the inside because she says, "Well, my husband felt the need to juice up the waffle iron so that it could heat up to 1,000 degrees. You know what heats up? You know what melts at 1,000 degrees? A waffle iron." And then she turns around, the whole house is just like charred black behind her.
Classic.
She goes, "You do remind me of my husband, though. If he let himself go, you know, that kind of stuff is like being extreme." It was great.
Huh. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I saw that. That was good.
I mean, classic. All right. Well, while we're chatting about 90s stuff, how do we want to? You guys want to
Oh,
keep
that
talking
was
about
part of
TV
my
show?
childhood.
That was a
show
big one.
was my childhood.
I will tell you this, and I think it's obvious through my kind of humor and videos that we make. I think the TV show that inspired me the most, or had like the biggest like effect on my mentality or in my sense of humor and everything growing up was, it's got to be Married with Children.
Yeah.
That all-time favorite. That if you were to ask me what my all-time favorite TV show was, it'd be Married with Children, then Scrubs, and then I fucking have no idea what the third one would be.
Scrubs
Dude,
is
as
so
soon as
good.
you heard that theme song come on,
Love and
marriage.
Yep.
Love and marriage. As soon as you heard that, you were like, aha. And what was the chick that played the daughter? What was her real name?
Christina Applegate, which
Yeah,
she has cerebral palsy now.
MS.
MS. Okay, yeah,
same thing.
Oh shit.
multiple sclerosis. But she's like a huge advocate for that. With it. Did you miss me? Did you miss me out with every shot so far? Like,
It's a fucking Polk High legend.
Yep.
was it 5 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Five touchdowns in the championship game.
That show could not work nowadays at all.
Oh hell no!
Oh,
I would
at
say
all. Like just
half
just
of our
Al Bundy working
cartoons
in the
don't
food
work
in
these
the
days.
well, yeah, just working in the shoe store, he wouldn't be able to do it because he made fun of fat people all the time,
Oh god,
like all the time.
all the time. But I mean, just look at half the shows from back then. Do you think Archie Bunker would have been a show?
No,
Hell no.
no.
Nope.
But it existed in its time, right? I mean, that's
It
the point.
existed at the right time though, because they tackled so many issues that everybody else looked at and was like, dude, you can't do that. And they're like, well, we're gonna.
What's interesting to me about Married with Children, obviously great show, fabulous show. I'm with you. I'm younger than you, Toby, a little bit. So when I came up with it, I came up with my grandfather watching it, 70, 72 years old, every week, and we'd watch Married with Children. He taped the show. He loved it so much. So we'd rewatch it. But if you take away the stuff that they have in it that's maybe considered homophobic or racist or misogynist or whatever, take all that out and you just focus on the specifics of the relationships that he had with Peggy or Peg, which is the heart of that. And correct me if you guys think I'm wrong, is really boomer humor, the make fun of your wife kind of a thing. It's oh God, it's a drag to go home, and I don't think that would sell today for the obvious reason, but also
that's toxic masculinity,
right? But because it's just not considered funny anymore. It's that's boomer humor. I've seen that thrown around, but I find that interesting specifically about Married with Children because that was so over the edge and did such a great job at it.
Boomer humor.
She mentioned MASH. Oh, I was a sucker for MASH. Turn on the Hallmark channel, let that bad boy play for 10 hours straight.
MASH.
Loved it.
MASH reminds me
Everybody
of
wanted to be Hawkeye.
Oh, yeah.
That was a
So
clinger.
Except for on the bus.
Smash fan.
Yeah,
I
nobody
watch
wants to be
more like
Hawkeye on the
Sanford and Son.
Sanford.
bus. Or a chicken on the bus.
Sanford and Son is one of my
Be the
favorites.
chicken.
Sanford. Here's the thing. MASH was great until Alan Alda took over directing. Then things just kind of went Like,
I don't know, Toby. I listen to you
Overly
say a lot of
somber.
stuff on the show, but I'm not going to let you slur Alan Alda like that.
it's the fact though. I mean,
It's
MASH started going like the entire feel of the show completely changed when Alan Alda took over, which I think was just like the last 2 or 3 seasons. But it was
It's like saying Cheers started
vastly
sucking when
different.
Woody Harrelson got on.
What's that?
I said that's like saying Cheers started sucking when Woody Harrelson got on there.
You're gonna tell me that Woody Harrelson was better than Coach?
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying they're a good replacement, but they couldn't. Coach didn't get canceled. Coach died, so they had to put somebody else on there. The formula of the show was set up to have a coach. What do they call him? A patsy? Is that the industry term for it?
A what?
A patsy? I don't know why that's what's sticking in my head, but there's the
Call him a stand-in.
Is that what it is? A stand-in?
Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of like the brunt of the joke, the guy that can always be the punchline.
Yeah. I mean, at least it's not as bad as like completely switching a character and acting like it never happened. Like in what was it, Roseanne, the oldest daughter?
Roseanne
they
and
swap her out.
and in Friends, the Ross's wife changes like 5 episodes. Well, Ross's ex-wife that he's just divorcing when he meets Rachel. That actress changes like halfway through season 1.
Oh, there you go. There's my third top 3 show, Night Court.
oh,
Fucking
That
Night
was
Court.
I don't have the chat up, so that was really confusing to me. When you're like, "Oh yeah, that's my third favorite show."
Sorry,
and you
I'm
didn't say
always
Friends.
looking over at the chat. If we have live chat going, I'm always looking at the chat because, especially when we're talking about stuff like this, Night Court was amazing, and the reboot that they just recently did is not bad at all.
really?
You got John Larroquette is the only returning person, but he came back and he's brilliant. Loved John Larroquette's character. Dan Fielding, yeah. I remember
Did
how
any of y'all
confused I was by the name of the judge because it was the actor's name.
I
Did
mean, we
any
were
of
just
y'all
talking
watch
about
Tales
Home
from the Crypt?
Improvement.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The
Tales
Crypt
from
Keeper.
Man, yeah, dude, that was my jam. I grew up watching scary movies and stuff though, so that was something my parents actually let me watch back then. My parents were actually pretty strict, but not on that. They're like, "Oh yeah, you can watch all the scary movies you want." My first scary movie was Pet Cemetery. I was 5 years old when I saw it.
That movie scarred me.
The cinema one or the made-for-TV one?
The original movie one.
Wait a minute, which movies are you thinking of? Creep Show or are you what show? What movie?
You talking to me or to Richie?
No, to Brandon. No, I'm never talking to you.
I think you're. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, he was the one person in that exchange that wasn't speaking.
No, Brandon he said that movie scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Oh, Pet Cemetery. Yeah, the movie.
Pet
the 89
Cemetery.
Yeah.
What do you guys? How do you guys compare the new Pet Cemetery to the?
I hadn't
to the
seen it
original?
yet.
When you say the new one, or do you mean like number 2 is in 1992, or you mean like within the last 10 years?
No, when they reboot it.
I didn't know that they did. I'm sorry.
In
They
what,
definitely-
2018, 19,
Okay.
20, something like
Yeah.
that?
They
I
definitely
didn't
made
see it.
some changes, but honestly, I don't think they were necessarily bad changes.
No?
That's where we named our cat Church from.
Oh,
It was from the original Pet Cemetery.
I love the original one, and I just didn't think that it would do it justice. But if you're saying it's not bad, some good changes.
Here's the thing. Anytime you go to watch a movie, whether it be a reboot or whatever, just like all the different Amityville horrors, right? Like the one with Ryan Reynolds was phenomenal. But you have to be willing to go into these reboots and whatnot with the mentality of all I care about is being entertained. Is the movie entertaining? If you sit there and you go into a movie with the expectation of this is something that is nostalgic to me, this is something that I really loved, it better fucking be just as good. It's never going to be as good.
Yep.
The only movie I want to say probably in history, I think the only movie I've ever seen that I thought was better than the first movie was Top Gun Maverick.
Still got to see it.
Same.
It's so fucking good.
It's so much better than the original Top Gun.
Yep.
It is.
I've been listening to a couple of shows and they were talking about the new Indiana Jones, and no spoilers. I haven't seen it either, but they were just kind of talking about how every kind of common theme is they were going into it like this is going to fucking suck, and they were like, not as bad as I thought. Almost every single person that kind of came out of their mouths, not as bad as I thought.
Well, see, but now when when you're talking about movies, though, I prefer to go and watch movies that I'm kind of interested in, that people tell me how bad they are. They're like, dude, that movie was fucking horrible. I'm like, I am definitely watching it. And the reason is it allows me to go into it with even less expectation. If everybody around me is telling me how awesome this is, I'm going to go in and I'm going to be underwhelmed. Regardless of what that movie is or how good it really is, I'm going to be underwhelmed and disappointed by the time I'm done because it's been hyped up so much. It's never going to live to that hype.
Well, that was like when everybody, when Step Brothers came out, the critics said that it was an awful movie. Like, don't go watch it. This is the dumbest movie ever made. Wrong. Fucking hilarious. Like, so every time that someone said this movie's awful, I'm like, I'm gonna go pay fucking $12 to go see this piece of shit.
I definitely don't trust critics when it comes to comedy.
You can't trust a critic to be in touch with the audience. They're looking at everything at a completely different standpoint. They have, I can't remember the last time critics had their finger on the pulse of the moviegoer.
Yeah.
Those two old dudes in the Muppets really had it going on.
Yeah, they did.
Stanton and Waldorf.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh.
That reminds me of Toby's comment on one of the podcasts where you're talking about who you would go back in time and kill.
Oh yeah.
It's Jim Henson.
Jim Henson. I would go back and kill Jim Henson. Fuck those Muppets.
Maybe he did. That's probably why he died at 49 or whatever it was.
I mean, now you're saying fuck the Muppets because you're not on that chat roulette Kermit. Have you seen that one where he's just like,
yeah.
Pulls out the little cucumber? Fucking save the Muppets. Like, if they made a movie of just that, I would fucking pay it. I'd watch it 45 fucking times. It's amazing.
So like Sausage Party meets Muppets. Bam.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's and it's always the best is when he gets like younger girls and he does it, and the reaction on their face is always worth it.
He's
like, "Hi, I'm Kermit. You want to see my eggplant?" And he just like slowly brings this,
and he's always just sitting there, just like laying. Yeah. It's just every time fucking gets me.
I'm not sure if you've ever seen this before. Just stroking it.
We got to get him on the show.
Well, and it's a car crash. And you can't. It's one of those things that like you want. You know you should look away, but you're like.
I mean, I think most of our brains say that, but Euban's, I don't think has that I should look away mentality.
Nope, everything's a train wreck. Look at everything.
I'm still waiting for Euban and
bring on the drama.
I'm waiting for Euban and Lemon to fucking tap out on the fucking video sending back and forth.
Yeah, you know what was really cool is I never post TikTok videos obviously anymore, and so I got a notification that said, "Oh, 99 likes." I'm like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Damn!" One of my comments must have popped off or something. No, Toby sent fucking 73 videos this week. I was like, "God damn, this motherfucker does not sleep." Every video he sent, he goes, "Euban." Euban. I'm like, motherfucker, Jesus Christ. I'm trying to keep up.
Yikes.
Lemon fucking sent me a message. He's like, "What the fuck, bro?" I was like, "Hey, you opened up this fucking can of worms, man." Like, I was like, "You fucked up now."
I thought my TikTok feed was bad until I migrated over a little bit to the Instagram Reels because Lemon was sending me some of those.
Oh,
it's like what I send to you on TikTok on steroids.
Oh yeah, it's my Reels is way worse.
It is bad. Like I was like, damn, what I send you with a little bit of nudity. I'm like, that's wild. That's wild.
I can't even get 2 thumb scrolls before it's Jesus Christ. I gotta say that to everybody I know.
They got that algorithm down.
Yeah.
You're just like, does this person have merch?
Oh, I realized too that I have a problem too, because whenever you go to search on Instagram and then it shows you like random pictures of like the things that you're interested It's all
what?
tits and ass. I was just like, not one mountain, nothing, no car, nothing.
Maybe we'll
just
change
tits.
Tuesday to TIT. Tuesday
Yeah.
Instagram talk.
There we go.
Yeah, there you
Last
go.
thing
That's
I'll say is
marketable.
this: is you guys feel bad when I go to mine. All mine are food and ass. It's all it is: food, ass, food,
Ooh.
ass. Bam,
Hey.
bam.
Hey,
All you can eat.
It knows.
and
me.
I know you're not complaining about it. You're like, yes, that makes me hungry.
Finally
That
somebody who
also-
understands who I am.
I would eat that one, and I would
Bro,
eat, I would eat
speaking
that
of which,
one.
that video that you duet with the truffle pasta and the cheese.
Yeah.
Oh my! I was
Good,
like,
didn't it?
I need that now, like now.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I want a wheel of cheese just to make pasta for a week.
Yes.
Doesn't sound like a terrible
Dude,
time.
When I was a kid, man, that's all you wanted. Like,
Was
I
it
don't
wheel
know.
of
I don't know.
cheese?
Like, did you guys get babysat as kids at any point in time? Like, have to go to a babysitter?
Waiting for this to come back to a wheel of cheese. Go on.
My nana.
Well,
when we
he's
No, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say you're pretty close to cheese territory. I mean, right?
Don't you know?
You're closer to Wisconsin than I am.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of cheese there. I mean, I wouldn't think it'd be unreasonable to want a brick of or a wheel of cheese.
Never
I've always
had
wanted a
one.
wheel of cheese.
I'm just
never had a
picturing a
wheel
young.
of cheese, but I've always wanted one.
I'm just picturing the young Toby getting up on a mall Santa's lap and being like, you know what I want, Santa? 15 pounds of Gruyere.
Ooh. That's the cheese you went with?
I would go with Gruyere. Absolutely, it would. It's good melting cheese. It's tasty. It's nutty. It's
Munster
creamy.
I'm more of a Gouda or Munster kind of.
I love Munster. Munster. I got a pound of that deli Munster in the fridge right now.
God, you look like Chris Angel while you were doing that. You were just like, money freak. But did you know that there was cheese caves in Missouri, like southern Missouri? That's where everyone stores their cheese. We have caves, and that's where we
What?
keep your
I thought
cheese.
you said caves. I was like, what is a cave? Tell me more.
I didn't know Missouri, but I knew Michigan actually has quite a few cheese caves turned beer caves.
Oh.
Michigan, I guess, is very good
I think we
territory
need beer.
to cave age beer.
Oh, you
Yeah.
mean caves? Actual caves that they're keeping it, or like
Oh,
a
no,
beer fridge?
No, like caves, like
freezer.
geological structures that they put casks of beer in to age in this area. It's just something with like the minerals that are suspended in the air and all the science and stuff. But
It's like government cheese is a real thing. I mean, it's bunkers and bunkers of this stuff. And the reason, for anybody that doesn't know why it even exists, it was to stimulate and keep the growth of the dairy farmers.
Ooh,
So
you're keeping
it's
the
a
growth of
government.
me.
It's an actual government project that what they do is they purchase a shit ton of dairy product from dairy farmers, in order to ensure that they stay in business.
it's called subsidizing. Go on.
Yep. And then they just turn it all into cheese, and then they store it.
You're not going to say that you didn't do that on purpose by saying stimulate and growth within 3 words of each other. You did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right after you got done talking about Kermit stroking it.
You make.
I mean, not
You're
right
making
after, but yeah.
Are you
after.
making the Swiss cheese? You just.
Oh, wink, wink.
Why are all these
Homemade.
Swiss cheese holes perpendicular?
He puts the dick in perpendicular.
They're all roughly dick shaped.
You get a bunch of guys together. I feel like we've always been trying to have a free flowing show that is if we're sitting around a bar or a bonfire, and I think we're finally accomplishing it. It's farts and dicks and cheese and beer, and this is fantastic. I think.
Toby's dick cheese, just
It's
Swiss.
probably going to be a fight.
Is okay. I feel like Brandon's the one to ask about this. But I mean, Brandon, you're our food guy, right? Like,
Brandon, you eat
What
lots
is-
of food. We can barely fit in that camera picture
what
there. Go ahead.
beer and cheese combinations would you think would go okay?
What beer and cheese you say?
Yeah.
See, I'm not a heavy beer guy, but listen, I walk into a lot of these craft beer places and I go, "Give me your finest lager," and they laugh at me, right? Because they're like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah.
But
we have
I,
IPAs.
right. I'm not an IPA guy. I'll drink a good ale, whatever, but I don't want to. Oh, this one's a jalapeno honey infused. Like I don't, But I'm also not a give me a Busch Light kind of guy either, right? But
Yep.
that said, I like a nice light beer, and give me like a Stilton or a sharp, not quite, a little sharper than Parmesan. You know, something that's got a little bite to it. That's not a soft cheese, but a hard cheese. You know,
You like the funk?
yeah,
Like funky cheese? Yeah.
but not soft. Like again, not soft like a blue, but
Okay, so you're gonna go Limburger.
not Limburger, not Gorgonzola, but give me
My
something
Maybe
that's like a hard.
Gorgonzola. You won't even go Gorgonzola.
Oh.
What about a Camembert?
If I can't spell it, I can't eat it.
Oh, you gotta say it for the Camembert.
Oh, I'm hard.
Same. Blood flowing. Just
Eddie just for he wasn't
let me
lying.
throw the obvious. What about beer cheese?
Yeah, delicious.
I've
Have the
bought
best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I've never made beer cheese, but bought, like, I don't want to say store bought beer cheese. It was from one of those like specialty food places, so it was like what they did. I wasn't impressed, but I've heard good things about folks making their own beer cheese, so maybe that's something I should.
I have a killer recipe if you ever want. I actually got there was I forget the name of it, but it was a church that turned into a brewery in Pittsburgh, and they had this big German festival. They had all this beer cheese, all this great beer, and it got pretty twisted. And I was like, hey, come on, we're friends now to this random person at work. I was like, how about that beer cheese recipe? And they're like, oh, fuck yeah.
Do you know what that brewery's called, Matt?
I still don't know. No, it's something church.
The Church Brew Works.
No, it's not that obvious, is it?
That's what it's called. I just Googled Church Brewery in Pittsburgh, and it has 4,675 5-star reviews in Google. It's called the Church Brew Works.
And you sit in and you sit at like picnic or benches. You walk in and it's just like cafeteria style.
Yep, but the actual brewing mechanism is up at the altar.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. It's it's an old Catholic church. It looks like.
Probably should have remembered that one. I told you, a lot of German shit going on. German fest. You'll get the best of you.
That's the secret ingredient.
I think beer cheese.
It closes soon. We can make it.
What'd you say, Toby?
I think beer cheese, and I immediately go to Bavarian pretzels.
Is there a better combo than beer cheese and pretzels?
Dude, a big old Bavarian soft pretzel dipped in beer cheese.
Let me rephrase it. A combo like that while you're having some beers. There's a lot of great combos in this world. I think we covered on Thursday.
Yeah,
but that's
mix
one of
that
the
with
best.
a Hefeweizen, and you're woohoo.
Sweeney's not a big fan of.
Don't like Hefeweizens. I don't like wheats. Don't like wits. Don't like saisons. They all taste like mushrooms to me, which is something to do with the yeast.
But you'll eat mushrooms.
I don't like mushrooms. No.
Oh.
I don't like mushrooms.
What?
They taste funky to me, and it feels like I'm chewing on an earlobe, and I don't even chew on my wife's earlobe. So
I almost feel like all you ever have tried is white mushrooms.
Oh, you got me, Toby. You're right.
Just your standard white mushrooms.
Yep. That's it. Button mushrooms. That's it. No creminis, no oysters, no nothing like that. Just white
I'm
buttons.
just saying. I mean, if
Some
we
baby
say they're
bells.
just like chewy and whatnot, either A, all you're eating is those button mushrooms, or B, whoever the fuck is making mushrooms for you is making them all fucked up.
Nah, I'm just not a fan.
I feel
What about you?
I feel the tension, and I want to take my pants off.
Ooh, can I see?
Yes, you're gonna need this microscope.
That's on. We have to subscribe to the Food Judges Fansly page in order to get that sort of content.
I said that as a joke one time on my Facebook page, and everybody was like, "You have an OnlyFans?" Like, fucking dude, come on, you didn't get the joke. In that this fat 300-pound man is talking about OnlyFans. No, I don't have an OnlyFans.
Whoa. As a husky individual myself, I did have an OnlyFans, and it was just pictures. And OnlyFans, I stuttered a little bit.
Just say only spam is a great show.
Only spam, okay, is what I know. OnlyFans, and I was showing just a little bit of butt crack and putting my feet in a random. You're a food guy. You appreciate this. I was holding a bag of Fritos, and I, put Fritos, just with my feet in there, and then I did like a Frito pie, dipped them in beans and chili and shit.
Hell yeah.
Brandon, he's very serious about this.
Oh,
right?
I know he's serious, and if you did it and you had fun and you it was successful for you, I'm proud of you. I think all for you.
I'm not proud of you.
It's not for me.
I'm not proud of
Is there discreet billing?
I don't know if there is or not.
No,
there's not.
I need to reopen this bad boy.
Dude,
Okay,
I thought
Chad,
it was hilarious. When OnlyFans first started to be a thing, about 6 to 8 months after, I saw a video from Quinn Pratt where he was chastising pretty much any woman that made an OnlyFans and so on and so forth. Like a lot of people like to do. Oh, what if I can slat or whatever they want to say. And then one day, because I manage my wife's OnlyFans, lo and behold, who do you think signed up for my wife's OnlyFans? Quinn Pratt.
Michael Jordan.
I was like, oh, really?
I thought you said
How you doing,
Chris
buddy?
Pratt.
Hey, buddy,
I was
how's it going?
Badass.
I was like, yeah, I was thinking Chris Pratt for some reason
I
too.
did. I thought you said Chris Pratt, and I was like, yeah, it sounds like something he would say. That
No,
fucking
Quinn Pratt.
dude.
He's the one that does the get fucked Karen and made up stories about his neighbor.
Gingivitis?
It's actually a direct ripoff of the get fucked cunt that Bar None got popular for doing.
Yep.
He decided to do get fucked Karen and talk and make up stories about a fictitious neighbor that everybody thinks is real.
I'll tell you what, Sweeney. If he brings back the OnlyFans, I will give you. What do you charge? Probably like 69 cents.
$2.99.
Who?
That's you've been.
Oh, what was that? Sorry, what'd you say now?
How much was your OnlyFans?
Ooh, it was. I wanted. It was $4.20. No, the minimum was $4.99. I think it had to be.
Yeah,
$4.99.
minimum's $4.99, max is $50.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you the $5
Okay.
to do the first one if he brings it back, just so you can. Because I know that's what you were asking, the unanimous thing, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna.
Anonymous.
Anonymous. There you go.
Unanimously anonymous.
Yes.
I'll sign up.
I don't
on
care
that
about
for
it
you
being
for
I don't care about
$4.99
being
there, buddy.
anonymous. I
Honestly,
just don't
guys,
want.
I don't even need to start it. If you guys just want pictures of my ass cracking feet, I'll just send it to you. If you guys are.
You was like, dude, I'm making
Can I send
$25 a month. You was like,
I
I'm
send you
making
a
$25 a
$5
month
check
off
every
of it,
month?
and we're all going, shh, don't tell him it's just us.
Don't think that I just not noticed that phone.
The what?
Ozzy and just beat the shit out of Toby's face.
Could you bring that back?
cut
You
out.
froze. Can you bring it back?
Yep. A fly came over and kamikaze Toby right in the eyeball at 8:51.
It
Yeah,
did.
it did.
It tried to fuck his face. I saw it. It did. Yeah.
It keeps taking bombing strafes at me, man. It's like
I want you to
lack of
swallow
better
it. Just
term, buzzing
Whoa.
the tower.
Good. What a
Excuse
good
me?
boy.
clip
You,
it.
you start talking OnlyFans, and now he just wants to swallow things. And
I'm gonna take some pictures tonight, boys.
Whoa!
I was gonna say, is that 3 episodes in a row? We know you don't have a snake jaw. That,
No,
that
I
video,
don't.
that
No,
video
as
was
a matter of
funny.
fact, when I did it yesterday, like my jaw locked up, and I'm like, "Damn, dude!" Like that's all it takes. Like, fuck.
Damn.
My
You
internet's
gotta
freezing
time
whenever
it out,
Toby has that
man.
mic down his fucking throat.
I can try out. Yeah, no, can't.
Nope.
Damn, I thought my birthday was in January.
Happy birthday, Euban.
That's why every day I'm practicing on this microphone, Eubens, for the first time I meet you.
It's not that girthy. You don't have to.
No,
worry
I
about
just
it.
don't. I don't have to worry about it hitting the back. I just need to worry about being able to get around. You're built like a Copenhagen can, from what I understand.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
What a reference right there.
You know, it's
What a
I'm
lot
like
of
Skull
flavor.
can. Wintergreen, fresh in the bread.
Euban, Lilette's got the greatest idea. You can be the OF fart guy.
Ooh.
Ooh, see the
Are
one
you a
thing is,
big
though,
farter though?
I am.
Farting on cakes is like for
I was
this
gonna say I can
whatever,
guarantee
this
there's
weird
well-paid
moneymaker.
fart people.
On cakes?
on cakes.
What about Little Debbie snack cakes?
That would
Maybe
Zebra
doing that.
cakes. Ooh,
Fart on some
I
zebra
put-
cakes. I heard they're doing Christmas in July. They're gonna bring the Christmas tree cakes out this month.
don't-
Apparently.
Out of respect for Matt, I won't click any of the links, but
Thank you.
8 days ago, the Village Voice published an article aggregating the best fart fetish OnlyFans accounts that have only opened up this year. And then Only Finder, which I'm assuming, again, not going to click on the links,
Thank you.
is a adjacent website to OnlyFans where it can help you better sort through the minutia. So I'm sorry, Mr. Wackenoff. I have a feeling you'll be starting at the bottom of a very tall mountain to get to to where you want to be.
So what if we drop the gas scenario, and then what if I'm an all ball guy and I just smash like zebra cakes with my testicles?
Can I Google that, Matt? I won't click the links.
Fair. Yeah.
Okay.
I use use private mode.
Okay.
Just only because. Yeah. I mean, not that incognito mode is the answer, but I know that profile links to other profiles, and But yeah, you can go ahead and check that
We
out.
have
So he's
all
got
got to pitch it. We've all got to pitch in to get Matt a different laptop that he can use just for the show.
all I need is a different sign-in for the Google, and then he can go nuts. Incognito mode, he can search whatever. But you know how Google, the profiles, they roll through there.
Oh yeah.
So he Googles smashing testicles into zebra cakes, and then you know what I mean. I go in at work and I'm trying to search an issue with the software, and I press the thing, and then it's like last search was testicle ball smashing.
Well, you can in order to circumvent that, all you got to do is make a new Gmail account.
Yeah,
and then in the upper right hand corner, you just switch it. And when it says, do you want to import this entire thing? And you go, yep, and it's all fresh.
Yep, I did that at one point, and then something fucked up. But either way, yeah, we'll get a producer Zach. We'll have a fun one that he can just search for. The burner one, or we can just use Edge.
By the way, Kyle Balls has over like 20.4 million subscribers, and he is a testicles only vlog. He calls himself. He's a vlog centered only around the daily life of somebody that has two large testicles.
Oh, he
has how many followers on OnlyFans?
20.4 million.
Oh, okay. Now, as a survivor
that man's
of
making
testicular torsion,
plus million.
Whoa.
A month.
I had testicular
Unless
torsion.
let me go back and look. Maybe I read it wrong.
Can we take a pause while you're doing that?
Yeah.
For folks who are unfamiliar with testicular torsion and have to, it's nil. They get all wound up and stuff. All the cords that are not supposed to be. Tell us about your experience, please.
Like a balloon animal.
My it is called bell clapper disformity. I swear to God, Google it. It is a real thing. So my balls would free flow, and like he was saying, the cords that are connected, the essentials here, they would wrap around and essentially Christian Benoit my testicles fucking just, you know what I mean? And so they call it the male equivalent of childbirth.
Yeah.
They say it's excruciating. And so I am
gotta feel like a strangulated hernia.
I didn't know it was wrong, but I was 18 years old and I was fucking anything that moved. So I was like, I have AIDS. Like this I'm
hold on.
But I don't have AIDS unless I don't go to the doctor. Then I'll just die. You know what I mean? But I never had AIDS.
Like you were fucking pies and fruit and everything.
Everything. I mean, the boss's daughter at Dairy Queen where I was working. You know, I mean, just fucking anything and everything. And so I'm at work one time, you know, manning the grill, doing my thing, and I dropped down to my knees in the fetal position in excruciating pain. And I'm like, what the fuck? But it would happen. Mine was intermittent, so it would just happen randomly for upward of 30 minutes at a time, and then it would just go away. But my balls kept swelling and swelling and swelling, and I'm like, damn, I waited a year before I went and got this checked out.
How old were you?
I was 17, and so I got it checked out when I was 18. I had surgery when I was 19. So I had several doctors visit.
Childhood nostalgia. You're welcome.
Right. So I had more ultrasounds on my nutsack than my wife did having children.
How awkward is that? They put the warm gel on there, and then they're just wanding you. Did you get hard?
So I saw the chick behind. I was sitting there filling out my, paperwork and everything, and I look at the lady, and it's a gorgeous brunette. I mean,
naturally
smoke showing. I was like, God damn it, don't let it be her. And then I see an old lady, and I'm like, let it be her. Let it be her.
And then
the cute lady comes by. She's like, all right, I'm ready for you. And she comes out, and she's 8 months pregnant. I go, oh, thank God. I was like, all right. I was like,
but if it was a couple years later, when you started getting into the mouth,
that's when you found out he had a fetish for pregnant ladies.
Yeah, no shit. And like, my nuts being ultrasounded.
All right, Zach's got an update on the OnlyFans, dude.
It would display word. He has 20.5 thousand. The M that I saw was 20.5 thousand likes, 65.5 thousand monthly subscribers. But he has a free account, so the money must be in the DMs.
There are a ton of OF accounts that are completely free, but what they'll do is they'll make you pay to unlock each post.
Yeah.
Or I do like that.
Yep.
Lillette said his name could be Little Donkey.
I did like it. So whenever I did get it fixed, they had to
what?
Untwist them.
Please tell us more.
He's
God damn,
coming.
everything with him is a goddamn cliffhanger
Oh,
tonight.
shit, I'm losing service.
It looked.
Why does it keep doing it? Am I back?
Yeah,
Am I
you're
back?
back.
Yeah,
Okay.
you froze on your cum face.
All right. Sorry.
Vinegar strokes for days.
Oh, you lucky bastards. So, but anyways, they'd cut me open, untwist my nutsack or untwist my balls, attach the balls to the bottom of the nutsack like you normal lucky privileged men apparently have, and to prevent it. And so now I have a permanent scar that looks like football laces, so you can just grab my nutsack like a football and just yeet it. But so imagine a garbage bag. Whenever you put a whole bunch of trash in it, what happens whenever you dump that trash out? What the garbage bag is now just formed and incredibly large, correct?
Mhm. Yeah.
That's my nutsack. That's
That
a
feels
big
right.
nutsack, and the balls are equally the size of an egg.
So wait a minute.
If
So
not-
does your nutsack not retract then?
No, not
Now,
at it still does.
There's a vast possibility we could have just blown a bunch of people's minds that's in the chat right now.
Mhm.
Going, wait a minute, it does what? Yeah, that's nuts retract and descend.
Hold on.
Mine don't.
Yours don't.
What? You're so
So-
full of shit.
You know that bastard with
It's
the,
how
excess-
it's how it maintains your core temperature.
I'm telling you, man. I've got a large scrotum.
Where's your wife?
dude.
How
It shrinks
big-
in the
how
cold
big
water.
is
The
your
one
scrotum?
time she's not in the chat.
Yeah, the one time she's not in the
They
chat.
called me Batwing in high school.
Fine, fuck it. I'll look.
It
Go put
feels
your
like-
balls on the AC.
Join the
It
live
feels like
podcast.
goosebumps.
Join a live podcast with your friends. They said it would be fun. They said.
Yep.
I too have a large scrub. You want to see mine? Wait till after the show.
Yeah, if you guys want to see this after the show, make sure you join the Patreon.
Hey, best friend since
Ah.
second grade.
Okay, I trust.
That type of sleepover, buddy. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even, I have to ask this question. When you said that they were Christian Wall, are you
Strangled.
saying like his wrestling move or his actual finishing move?
Oh,
The last move he may have done.
hanging.
So he was trying to kill my kids. You know what I mean? He was
Yeah.
trying.
Yes, there it is. That's where I was hoping it would go.
Good
But
segues ever. Ladies and gentlemen, Shane McMahon. We couldn't get Vince, but we got Shane.
Oh,
Now-
and the wife popped in. We've already confirmed we don't need to bring this up. Sorry, wife. He was talking about.
Oh no. We still need.
Okay,
This is not.
go ahead,
confirmed
Toby.
to me.
Okay.
Zach says that his balls do not. They only distend. They don't ever pull up.
Yep. They've been distended since '93.
I need a doctor's note. I don't. That's not healthy.
What do you have like
I
a
don't think they
real
gave him
high body temperature? That's
Well,
Not
yeah.
normal.
Well, like, what is your core
I am
body
a ch-
temperature? Like
I'm a chilly
fucking
guy.
101 at all times.
Well, it does make sense. You said you've been sweaty all day, you've been frigid air.
Yeah, I know. I like being cold.
Well, it's because your balls stay low.
It's true.
whenever
Your
my
balls
Even when they're
stay
cold, even
low
when
while
they're
you're in
cold,
cold
it's
water.
not.
That's not fucking normal.
No, I mean the surface area definitely diminishes, but they're still at about the right water level.
So if you get into an ice bath, your balls aren't going to go. Yes,
I mean,
we're
I'm not talking about them going into your body. What I'm saying is
No, I
the
understand.
skin around them will shrink and tighten up.
Like it'll
And
get tighter, yeah, but like
That's it,
porn
yeah.
balls, like I don't get porn balls.
Wait,
like, are you saying
did you say porn
just
ball?
porn balls?
Yeah, porn balls.
What the
you know,
fuck
we're
are
like-
porn balls?
You know, where they like tuck up real nice. Like in
No,
the
I don't
undercarriage.
know.
No, I'll send you.
No.
some.
What are you looking at?
First of all, I don't watch porn, so I already wouldn't know what you're talking about. But second, yeah,
Strike one.
I'm right there with Euban on this one.
Don't
What
trust
the
you
fuck
anymore.
are you looking at when you're watching porn?
I always look directly into the butthole. Is that weird?
Yeah, I like the shot
like to see
where
it
it's
look like a
underneath.
fish.
I like it where it's underneath the goodness. Like I want like the camera guy to be really earning his pay. Like
Huh.
I really feel like you're more in it to see the guys. Not I.
No.
No judgment.
No judgment. I'm LGBTQ positive over here, but I mean,
it's like that Ron White bit. You know, do you ever want to watch porn with some dudes going
Yeah,
out with
like
like a
small,
wimpy little puny dick?
flasted?
No, I want to
if I
rock
want
hard.
to
I wanna
see,
rock.
I want to see two women. I'm sorry, that's like,
No,
like the
I don't
furthest
know.
I'll
I
go.
went to a liberal arts college. I saw it a lot. It's not interesting.
Huh.
As the guy that cleans our office would say, I don't care about that.
Don't care about that.
I don't care about Gresso soup.
I feel like there's no better way to say goodbye.
And hey, guys, if you want more conversations, pictures, actions of scrotums and buttholes and Frito pie feet, follow us on Patreon. For the cost of a cup of coffee a month, you too can see Euban's asshole covered in baked beans. Good night, everybody.
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing, but I guess it's going to be a thing if next thing you know, we get Patreon subscribers, and Zach is going to be the one that's going to start posting those on the Patreon.
If we
And
get
That means you have
1,000
to
of them,
fly Euban to me or me to Euban.
I would say
Yeah,
if we
if
get
you-
at least 1,000 subscribers on Patreon, I will pour a whole bunch of baked beans on my butthole and I will fart it out like Old Faithful. Mark my words.
Listen,
I'm about to go buy one of those accounts that like get 1 million subscribers right now.
as horrible as that last image is, I can't stop, thanks to Jester, I can't stop thinking of if Zach's sitting down and he lets one rip, does his nutsack like
Yes.
a balloon running out of air?
Like right now, as I sit in this studio right now, it's
A mud flap.
Now,
Yeah.
is it just like 2 of them or all 3?
oh no. See, I suffer from what's called thighball dick stack.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Oh, speaking of t-shirts, we got to show the boys the t-shirt idea.
Oh, yeah, we'll show that. We'll show that. We'll show it after the show. See what you guys think about Euban's brilliant. I think I warned them at one point that Euban had a T-shirt idea.
No,
You
I
guys
was
need
not
to raise-
warned, so now I'm
Oh.
energetic about it. But
Okay.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's very British.
See everybody wearing it.
All right.
honey,
We
I
could
am
go
so
on and-
sorry about this episode. If you're watching, which I think, well, yeah, she is because she's commented in here. Fuck.
Yeah, she's probably taking a nap like most of the viewers. But either way, we can't thank you enough. Next week, next Tuesday, it's going to be TTTT because Toby's in charge for Triple T. Hopefully, we still have some social media accounts. We won't be on the Facebook for another 22 days. So if you're a Facebook user, you can't see this. But if you're listening to this, find your way over to the YouTube. We got 22 more days to be on timeout. And yeah, Toby and the boys are going to be there. Maybe there'll be a special guest to round out that 4. And the next Thursday, we're not going to be live. We're going to have a premiere, and you guys can check it out. You guys can comment, and the boys have Thursday off. So then we'll be back the following live, and we're going to continue to have some fun. And we'll come up with a topic. Should spin the thing for next. Yeah, we'll do it at some point because we got a whole week figured out. But
Yeah.
Cool. That was fun. Now we know a lot about Zach. We know he put a YouTube link in there. I'm scared to look at it, but I have a feeling it's about there. We're gonna.
Thing.
I have to leave as soon as the show is over, but I will not leave until at least Euban watches the video I just sent.
Okay, we're gonna do the thing, and I can't thank you guys enough again. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the studio. This was fun, and anybody that made it to the end of the episode, whether you're listening right now or watching, I don't know why the hell you are, but we appreciate you, and that's all we got. Go follow all these guys. Check out the Jet podcast. Follow all these guys on all social media. Join threads, and find yourself a new shirt because Euban has one. So let's always